Montana. Alright. It's Dipset,
Welcome back to Memorial Hall in the campus of Plattsburgh State, where we now have men's basketball as Plattsburgh State will take on Brockport Golden Eagles. Earlier today, the women's team was defeated by Brockport, and now we're going to send it down to our courtside reporter, Renee. Renee?
Welcome to Memorial Hall. We have the second game of the SUNY Conference. Plattsburgh is going to be playing Brockport tonight. Brockport is 1-2 and Plattsburgh is 2-1. They were defeated by Potsdam last Tuesday, so we'll see how this game turns out. Back to you guys.
Players to watch, guys?
One player to watch, no surprise, is going to be, I think, the high scorer of, I know is going to be the high scorer of the
game. We never know now with your predictions.
Yeah, who knows? It's going to be number 44, Chris Gibbs-Smith. Keep your eyes on him. He's leading the Cardinals with 26 points per game, 8 rebounds, and not just on the offensive side, but the defensive, he gets it done with 2 steals.
My player to watch for the Brockport Golden Eagles has got to be Ben Bellucci. He's number 20, and he averages 23.7 points a game and 7.7 boards. So it's going to be a tough matchup for Plattsburgh to be able to try and contend with him.
Bellucci's a senior, and he's been with the team for quite some time, and he is a force to be reckoned with. I've seen him for a couple years now. He is good. He's listed at 6'4", 200-pounders. He's a guard, but he's a tall guard. 6'4" is a very tall guard. And if you're watching earlier, the women's game, I said I'd have a nickname for Chris Gibbs-Smith. I'll let it out now. The nickname is the main event, because he is the main event of this team.
That's good.
Talked over with Gibbs-Smith, he likes it. Talked over with franchise, Curtis, he loves it. Good to have another nickname. And actually talking with Curtis before the game, he says this Brockport team has lost 3 key players, including center Brandon Williams, to suspension. He doesn't know what went on, like why they're suspended, but they've been suspended from the team and they're no longer playing. Now we're sending to Ruben Ortiz-Diaz for the starting lineups and your national anthem.
Please help us to maintain a positive, competitive atmosphere as we strive to reach our potential as athletes. Courtesy to officials, coaches, and competitors is expected. Profanity, racial or sexist comments, taunting and intimidating actions are expressions of poor sportsmanship and are grounds for removal from this site. We appreciate and thank you for your support and encouragement. Good luck to both teams and enjoy the game. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Memorial Hall on the campus of Plattsburgh State for tonight's conference game between the Golden Eagles from Brockport and your Plattsburgh State Cardinals. Let's meet the starting lineups. First for Brockport. At forward, a junior from Smithtown, New York, number 22, Dan Rubertone. At forward, a senior from Syracuse, New York, number 20, Ben Bellucci. At forward, a senior from Yonkers, New York, number 21, Kenny Amparo. At guard, a freshman from Webster, New York, number 10, Josh Zenkel. And at guard, a senior from Brockport, New York, number 34, Jerry Cheeves. The Golden Eagles are coached by Nelson Whitmore. He is assisted by Scott Allen. And now, the starters for your Plattsburgh State Cardinals. At guard, a sophomore from Colchester, Vermont, number 5, Jared Lowe. At guard, a sophomore from Brooklyn, New York, number 11, Anthony Williams. At forward, a sophomore from Bridgeport, Connecticut, number 21, Travis Gorham. At forward, a senior from Enosburg Falls, Vermont, number 41, Brian Hatch. And at forward, a senior from Rochester, New York, number 44, Chris Gibbs-Smith. The Cardinals are coached by Tom Curl. He is assisted by Cameron Conover and Curtis Smith. The referees for tonight's game are Mike Pilla, Jim Toomey, and Vinny Carnaval. Fans, please rise and join us as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Bobby Welber, Mike Cameron, and Matt Wolf in the broadcasting booth. Matt Wolf makes his return to the booth after it seems like a couple of women's games they've had. Goes from courtside reporter to color analyst.
It's good to be back.
Good to be back.
Yeah.
Well, also talking with Curtis Smith, he said the key to tonight's game is to play with speed and defensive intensity. They need to play hard on the defensive end. They lost to Potsdam earlier in the week, 86-74, and it says it wasn't because Potsdam was a better team, it was because they just didn't play up to their abilities. And actually, Brockport was defeated by New Paltz by 1, a dagger by Dave Maggicomo of New Paltz, hit a three-pointer late with 13 seconds remaining to give Cortland the win. It's a tough heartbreaker.
Yeah, those close ones, definitely.
And the Cards control the tip. One thing I noticed about, we talked about this the last game, hand on the chest for the national anthem. There's the other one I forgot to mention, the Army one, the salute. There's an Army guy in attendance. Anthony Williams, no good. Hatch with the board, kick out to Lowe for 3. Nope. Hatch, another offensive rebound. Lowe thought about his second three-point attempt. Now down low to Hatch, can't handle the pass, knocked out of bounds.
That was a good pass. That was a good idea. He had it, but Brockport just recovered.
It's good to see Hatch dominating the offensive boards down there with 2 right off the bat.
Smith also said that Hatch should have been able to thank you.
Yes.
The Potsdam
We worked together here.
last Tuesday, but because they're behind, they really couldn't go to him too often. He said they had no one that could contain him. He said no one could even come close to guarding him. Now here's Hatch on the break, slips, head fake, good.
There we are with the speed you were mentioning earlier. Quick basket right there.
Zenkel for 3. Count it.
Both teams are off to a great start.
And such more action, fast-paced than we see with the women's game. It's like a jolt to your system here.
Yes.
Anthony Williams passes picked off by Rubertone. Rubertone stripped. Actually, no, I'm sorry, that was Aparo, and he is fouled.
Looked like a good strip to me.
So it's a nice defense by Kenny Amparo, and he will go to line and shoot 2.
Coaches better be careful if they watch the women's game. They'll know that
quick hook.
Anything could happen.
This is different refs though, but anything can happen. As earlier in the women's game, the Brockport head coach was given the boot. She was ejected early in the first half. She really didn't do much to get the ejection either.
No.
She basically said that was the best call you made all day. And
was that a sarcasm?
Yeah, the ref
comment.
Yes, but you know, it wasn't something that deserved to be kicked out for, I don't think.
Is Gibbs Smith the main event? Fall-away jumper, can't connect, and Gibbs Smith is hurt. He's lying down. There's Rubertone, misses, tip in, no. And this is not good for the Cards. Gibbs Smith is in a lot of pain. Reaching at his, I believe, his ankle or his knee.
This could really hurt them, and losing him.
He's their biggest scorer.
By far.
Well, let's hope it's just something to be able to walk off.
Curtis
Doesn't look like
Smith on the Plattsburgh bench is in shock right now. I was trying to talk it over with some of the other players. He's limping back to the bench. He's not happy, obviously. He's going to have to take a seat, I believe.
And he's a competitor, too. You know he wants to get right back out there.
Well, right now, while he's on the bench, everyone's going to have to step up their game.
He's actually going to the locker room now to be worked on by the trainer. He just hit something. He's in a lot of pain and he's annoyed because he knows his team needs him. He wants to be out there.
Yeah, I think that's where the frustration is more. He doesn't want to let down his team. But where is the offense going to come from now?
So we'll have to see. Maybe it will be Anthony Williams. And there is Williams with a hop step and a teardrop.
Looks like he's trying to answer the call.
Anthony Williams has an amazing shot. I didn't really notice it the games you watched, but when I looked back at the highlights, he hit some deep threes. The tie-up be a jump ball. Possession here goes to Brockport. 17:57 left to play in the half. So it will be a side out for the Golden Eagles. Zunkel will inbound over to Rubentone. Back to Zankel. Zankel drives, kick out to Bellucci. Now down low to Amparo. Bellucci for three in the corner. Front rim, Miller with the board.
So right now, does this move Miller to the point and Williams to the two guard?
I believe so.
I really
There's
like
Williams
that
for
matchup.
three. Nope. Brown on the break. Called timeout before he went out of bounds. Nice play by Kenny Amparo.
Good heads-up play there. I know we talked about this before. They don't let you do that in the NBA. But since they let you do it in college, you may as well take advantage of it.
So we'll give you guys a little recap of the Cardinals game against the Potsdam Bears. They lost their first SUNY game of the season by a score of 86-74. They fall to 2-1 and 0-1 in the SUNY Conference. The game was closed at halftime with the Cardinals only trailing by 4. Within the first 2 minutes, the Bears extended their lead by 10 points and never trailed for the remainder of the game. Cardinals came close, closing the margin to only 1 point, 55-54 with 11:50 left to play, but that was all Bears. The Bears were led by Ernest, who scored 20 points. Cardinals was led by Chris Gibbs-Smith, who had 23 points and 7 boards. Brian Hatch and Antoine Miller both chipped in with 10 points, and the garbage man, Travis Gorham, cleaned up with 9 rebounds. Sanko over to Rubentone. Now to Bellucci. A lot of passing by Brockport. Plattsburgh using the zone defense, trapping everybody with the ball, and it causes a turnover.
Good job. That's why I'm a fan of the trap. Things like that happen.
A little bit of a press by Brockport.
I really like the idea of Williams having to play the two guard because he really has a good shot, like you mentioned before.
Miller to Williams. Williams loses it, controls, and back to Miller. Thought about a three. Up top. Knocked out of bounds by Amparo.
Plattsburgh's going to have to be really patient against the defense they're running.
Gorham will inbound with 9 seconds on the shot clock. It gets it to Low. Low loses it, but recovers. 7 on the shot clock, and Gorham knocks it out of bounds. It's a Plattsburgh turnover. .16:30 left to play. crowd is much bigger than the women's game. The men always seem to bring out the bigger crowd. It's also later in the evening.
Hopefully the crowd will be enthusiastic and play a key role.
And Barrow for 3, that's good.
The Brockport passing has been very good. They've been trying to work it around to get open shots.
Gorham's foul. Count it.
That was a great job by Gorham to hold it in the air. Looked like he was hanging in there and then put it up after. Nice job.
Brockport foul number 21, Kenny Amparo is first. Team's first.
Only the first team foul for Brockport. As you mentioned, Gorham had 9 boards in the Potsdam game. He comes in, he averages 8 points per game and 10.3 rebounds. And he completes the 3-point play.
Very nice shot. He looks like a really good 3-point shooter, or free throw shooter.
Full court press by the Cards. Brockport gets it now. Brockport on the break. And they score. It's Jerry Cheeves.
Good defense by Hatch there, though. He didn't get the foul call, but he still played some good D.
He was in a tough situation after the press was broke really quick, though.
Brian Hatch called for a foul. Nice move by Anthony Williams to drive. We would like to see him finish the layup. And the cheerleaders are in attendance today. Didn't make it for the women's game, but they're here for the men's. As Renee mentioned during the women's game, Kickline was unable to attend tonight.
It's a shame.
Where was Kickline?
Unless they have some personal people that can't make it, they didn't have enough of a squad to come tonight. Gibb Smith is going to check in. It looks to still be in pain, but he's going to, seems like he'll try to tough it out. Down low to Amparo, and he finishes.
Looks like Brockport's a strong passing team.
They're also a very big team. Their guards are really tall, pretty much as tall as Plattsburgh's forwards and centers. Miller in the corner for 3. No. But Jared Dumont with the offensive board, he just came in. Now Williams will reset. Hatch way out of his area near the 3-point line. Now down low to Gorham. Gorham over to Miller. Wild shot. Miller didn't know. He jumped in the air, didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah, they trapped him baseline.
Now Bellucci on the break finishes. Wide open down low.
They're going to need better transition defense than that to win this game.
And a turnover. Zinkel. And Curl is pissed. He threw down his booklet. Now down low to Amparo. Nice move. Gets the roll. And Curl will call the timeout. Plattsburgh trailing 16-7. This Brockport team looks to be a level above Plattsburgh right now without Chris Gibb Smith.
Yeah, Curl's definitely showing his emotion. He's not happy with all these easy buckets that Brockport's getting.
And Paro's got about 10 points already in the first 6 minutes of the game.
Yeah, and the Cardinals don't want to start the first 5 minutes of the game being down by this considerable margin.
To get back into the game, they're going to have to do it with outside shooting, it looks like, because of the size of Brockport. It would be tough to get shots down low.
And even though this Brockport team has lost a couple players due to that suspension, they seem to be a very good team.
I'd agree with that. They look strong to me so far.
So a rematch of the SUNYAC quarterfinals. Last year these two teams met here. Plattsburgh defeated them by a score of 81-77. Brockport was coming back late, and it was a key block by Jelani Simmons in the corner to contain the win. A great game. Both teams were evenly matched. Plattsburgh went on to win, but then they fell in the Final Four of the SUNYAC tournament. Now Brockport with a press. Mike Dietz is in for the Cards. DeMott working point now. Gibb Smith back in, hobbling around though. You can clearly see he's favoring that ankle. Or whatever, I'm not sure if it's an ankle. Somewhere in his left leg. Miller will drive, hangs in the air, draws the foul, count the bucket. mini franchise, the cousin of Curtis Smith.
I would think the injury should affect Gibbs Smith more on the defensive end if he's unable to move laterally as well.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to help his team, I understand that, but if I was the other team, I'd go right at him.
He gets the offensive rebound, is pushed out of bounds. There'll be a foul on Bellucci, side out for the Cards.
So if you have a hurt ankle, what do you think, how offensively do you think you can help the team? In the post? Posting up? Or
I guess so.
just as being a spot-up shooter?
Yeah, well, Gibbs Smith, he has the shot, but a lot of times he uses his quickness to get his shot.
Yeah, they definitely, his mobility is definitely hindered now.
Gorham drives, can't finish. And Cheeves with the board over to Rubentone. And shot clock is not reset. Tom Kroll coming over to check something. I think actually the button might be stuck or something. Well, technical difficulties in the early going. We had this problem in the women's game also.
Yeah, looks like the button is stuck. Someone give MacGyver a call and we can straighten this mess out.
David Maldonado comes in and he'll replace Kenny Amparo, the leading scorer thus far in the game. David Maldonado, there used to be a baseball player, I believe he's on the Blue Jays and some other teams, named Candy Maldonado. I always liked that name.
His name was Candy?
First name Candy.
That's
Candy Maldonado.
That would scare me if I was in the team.
What year is he from?
This was way back, like early 90s.
Okay.
Early 90s.
Never heard of him, yeah. So how long do you think they'll go with Gibbs Smith here?
I know, I guess as long as he can play, we'll see what kind of effect he can have and how bad his ankle is.
Yeah, he seems to be hobbling on the court back and forth, but he does not want to let his team down, so he's going to be out there no matter what.
So they're still trying to work on the shot clock.
I know.
Tom Pearl lending a helping hand.
Of course, he wants to be out there, but isn't there an element of it's early in the year? You don't want to, risk him getting hurt further.
That's true.
Damaging the rest of the season, possibly.
Tom Pearl went the old-fashioned way, trying to fix the button. Smacks it, hits it a couple times.
That's appliance repair at its best.
Our PSTV staff's giving them a screwdriver. Tom Kroll should get paid extra for this. He's going above and beyond his duties as the head coach.
You don't see any other coach doing this.
I think they may have been able to fix it. And Tom Kroll deserves a round of applause, folks.
Yes, but he does not get the credit he deserves.
Well, there's one person clapping.
There.
Courtesy clap.
I feel like I should have started the clap then. I didn't know if I should do it being in the broadcast booth, but he deserved the clap. Nice job.
Yeah.
You want the people at home to clap too?
Yeah, up here we give the big kudos to Coach Kroll.
Star of the game for Plattsburgh so far. It's a three-pointer by Cheeves.
Three-pointer by Jerry Cheeves.
Full court press.
Wasn't expecting the pass back.
Not at all. DeMont, they got to cross midcourt. Just got it with a second to spare. DeMont's got Dietz open in the corner, but not anymore. Oh, Miller. His pass was knocked out of bounds by Bellucci.
Passing to the cheerleaders.
I want to give them equal opportunity.
Everyone gets involved, Plattsburgh.
Gibbs Smith.
You get to see firsthand what mobility he has now.
Drive, kick out to DeMont. 4-3. Nope. Gorham almost with an offensive board. Last touch knocked out of bounds by Maldonado, so it will be Plattsburgh ball.
But just him being out there may help the other players get open shots. The defense may still focus on him.
But normally you would have seen him take a shot there rather than pass it out. Dietz inbounds to Smith. Over to Gorham. Now Miller will drive. Spin move. Off the glass, no. And it's Bellucci with the board.
Looks like Miller's really just trying to get to the line.
Rubentone. Over to Zankel now, Bellucci. Teardrop. Dietz with the board. Mark Jackson of the Knicks made the teardrop famous. There's DeMont for three. That's good.
The Cardinals need that. Cardinals need that shooting to get back into this.
His ankle over to Bellucci. Now Cheese for 3 in the corner. Nope, but Bellucci with the offensive board. Rubentone pass down low to Maldonado. He's fouled. Can't finish, but he'll go to the line and shoot a pair. The foul is on Travis Gorham.
Or Mike Dietz.
Oh, I'm sorry. Maldonado enters the game with averaging 8.7 points per game. He started all 3 games with Brockport this season. Did not get to start today.
Into the game for Plattsburgh, number 11, Anthony Williams. Into the game for Brockport, number 11, Ian Mack, and number 21, Kenny Amparo.
Let's see, who got the...
Looks like Gibb Smith isn't happy about coming out, but Curl's got to...
Gotta protect his...
He's got to make the right choice.
I sort of feel bad, just dubbed him the main event, and then he got hurt.
Yeah, it's your jinx. That's why I'm going to hold back my nickname till after the game.
Oh, what good does that do?
It'll be intense for the next game.
Anthony Williams, who checked in for Gibbs Smith, and he's called for traveling.
I don't know, those little plays where, like a turnover like that, where no one's really around you, that hurts the team.
Tom Curl is not happy. The coat is off now.
That's how I can always tell when things are not good.
When the coat's off.
Is when the coat goes off. It's like a boxer, or no, hockey. Gloves come off, stuff goes down.
Bellucci, nice pass to Kenny Amparo, and he finishes with the clap and the reverse layup.
Looks like Brockport's trying to cause a backcourt.
Dietz for 3 in the corner. Rims around and falls. Looked like it was going to rim out, but then just went in the hole.
Again, that'll be the best way for us to get back in the game. Plattsburgh has to shoot strong.
Maldonado answers back with a 3-pointer.
3 for 3 doesn't help there.
No.
And Williams quickly pushing. Miller will drive. Reverse layup. Rims in, rolled around.
That was a beautiful shot. That's a shot I usually play. I usually do in horse. Great shot.
Amparo. Plattsburgh has said no answer. Pass to Maldonado down low. It's good. It's been the Kenny Amparo show for the Golden Eagles in the early going. And Gibb Smith is in. Antoine Miller, he's played decent in the early going since coming in for Smith with the injury.
Since that timeout where Coach Curl talked to him, he's been really the spark off the bench.
10:30 left to play in the half. DeMont loses the ball. Wild shot, lays it up and in. That was a steal by DeMont. Over to Gibb Smith. Smith brought the drive out. Now DeMont for 3. Oh, no good, but Gorham with the offensive board. Kick out to Dietz. Dietz, 5-foot jumper is good. What hustle by DeMont.
I don't like the long 3-point shot there, though. Let your teammates get back and set up a play.
And the crowd is into it now after that hustle. And Dietz, jump ball. There's a little fight going on between Dietz and Maldonado. Refs come in to break that up. And I believe it'll be Plattsburgh ball. It is.
And this Plattsburgh crowd has life.
Looks like they're giving Plattsburgh some energy.
Because they're really, they love the level of energy the Cardinals are playing with right now. They're going after everything, fighting for every loose ball. I mean, I know I love when my team does that.
Your team?
Yeah, well, they don't.
The Lakers?
Yeah, they don't really do it that often. They just roll over and lose.
Here's Anthony Williams. Gibb Smith take his first shot of the game. Out and hits a 3-pointer. Plattsburgh back within 6.
And with that, he is deemed the main event now.
The main event is back.
From his first moment he scores his first points.
Oh, he was just hit and rolled his ankle again. He was hit from behind by Amparo. And
That looked like up and down from here, but apparently not so much.
I don't know what the call is, but it will be Brockport ball. But Gibbs Smith ran into the pick and rolled his ankle. Cleaves for 3. The Chiefs can't hit. Williams pushing. Got DeMont on the near corner. Oh, fancy tripling. Now here's DeMont. Thought about the 3. He'll drive. And his pass is picked off by Zankel. And then a foul.
That was a good idea, trying to pass it inside to Gorham, but he just didn't have the position.
Even though it seems like Brockport has been controlling the game, Plattsburgh only down by 4 with 9 minutes left to play in the half.
Plattsburgh's made a really pretty run the last few minutes.
They're doing it with hustle plays too, like diving for the loose ball.
Bellucci, wild shot.
That wasn't bad defense though, that was just a nice shot.
Gibbs Smith to Gorham. And he loses the ball. Bellucci. Finger roll, nope. Gibbs Smith with the rebound. And he'll slow things, almost losing it now, he'll slow things over to DeMont. Williams for 3. Short. And Cheese with the board. Cheese is a center. We'll bring things up. Down low to Rubertone. Brockport's been scoring a lot of easy buckets down low.
That's one thing that's going to be addressed at halftime, I believe.
They're going to have to figure out a way to stop Amparo.
And Brian Hatch comes to come back in and try to stop that.
He's been a tough matchup for us so far.
And now reset by Anthony Williams with 17 on the shot clock. To Dietz. Oh, I thought it was a nice look by Williams, but Dietz couldn't handle it.
Yeah, very good idea. It's good to try to get those easy buckets. Get back in this game.
Yeah, Dietz definitely had the position there. He just couldn't hold on to it. But I really, really enjoy this. Both teams are playing with such high intensity and energy. Both teams want it. Plattsburgh, they got down big early, so something happened to them. They're fired up. They really want this win.
No, Amparo drives. He's just too quick for Hatch. I think that's what the problem is.
Yeah, he has the speed and he has the size.
They're going to have to probably run some double teams at him in the second half, make him give up the ball.
Dietz can't convert with the left-handed layup.
I would have dumped that down into Hatch when I brought that down if I was Dumont there.
Quickly, Brockport's back up by 10. Here's Amparo showing the range. There's a free throw line with a jumper in Hatch's face.
Oh man, if he's going to hit long jumpers, it's going to be a long night because you have to give him the space because of the quickness factor.
Smith will drive, almost loses the ball, knocked away by Ian Mack. Now Smith to DeMont. Could add the 3 now. Dietz, he'll take the 3. Short. Rubertone with the rebound, and here's Zankel. Over to Mack. Mack, no call as he ran into Dietz, but misses the shot. A little late to look into Brian Hatch's. Tom Pearl called for it.
They're not going inside when they should be.
6, just about 6 minutes left to play in the half. Mack over to Cheeves. Cheeves jumper, no good. This Brockport team is very quick. I'm very impressed with this team in the early going.
Yeah, they're very quick, and they need to find an answer for Amparo. If they had a really good, healthy Gibbs Smith, I'd say him, but
you're right. He can definitely go on, but you can see he is slowed.
You can't put Gibbs Smith on him.
I'd say to start out, I would have put Gibbs Smith on him because of the size. Gibbs Smith has a little bit more size, but they're equal in quickness. But right now, Gibbs Smith is playing on one leg, pretty much, it looks like.
Yeah, so they're going to have to figure out. I think it's going to have to come down to the double team.
They have to do something to stop him.
You got to make him give up the ball, make some other people beat you right now.
I'd say trap him. Always have someone on him, just crowding him. And when he gets the ball, just trap him so he just has to give it up all the time.
Tom Curl yelling at his team. He's really not happy with it. They're really not playing that well, giving him a lot of easy buckets.
Yeah, it looked like they were coming back, and then
Looks like I
they
believe
totally lost it.
I believe Brockport's on an 8-0 run right now. I think it was 28-24 the last time we scored.
It was. A lot of those buckets are down low. There's one outside shot by Amparo, and all the other ones have been near the block. The Berge busting a move.
Berge.
And the crowd likes it.
Look at Berge go.
We could get a shot at Berge, that'd be great.
Work it, Berge, work it.
He's done.
He's got nothing against my Macarena, I tell you that right now.
Reset your lineups for the Golden Eagles. It's Zankel, Mack, Rubintone, Bellucci, and Maldonado. For the Cards, we have Dietz, DeMont, Gorham, Hatch, and Williams. .5:45 left to go.
And if the Cardinals are going to make a run, this would be the time to do it.
Zinkel to Maldonado. Blocked by Hatch.
I'm surprised Brockport would take Amparo out right now.
Yeah, especially the way he's been playing.
He's had his way with Plattsburgh defense. This might be the best chance to get back in the game.
Mack to Rubintone. Oh, shake and bake. Now Maldonado in the corner. Too strong.
So that's 2 stops by Plattsburgh. See if they can capitalize a second time, cut into this lead.
Down low to Hatch. Nope, but Gorham tip in. Second try gets it.
So I think Plattsburgh has the size inside to compete with Brockport.
With another steal. He'll lay it. This is the layup. And DeMont draws the foul. Fouls Ian Mack.
If I was Dumont, I would not look towards that bench right now with the coach.
Foul number 3, Jared Dumont, the second.
I hate to say it, but I sort of, in a way, saw it coming because after the steal, he was so jacked up. He went so hard to the rim that it was just, I think it was like,
he
too
definitely
jacked up and just like too much pressure.
He never should have looked behind him because he got fired up like he was all by himself.
Yeah.
He was probably thinking to himself, do I dunk? I've been waiting for this moment all my life. Should I dunk it? Or?
I don't know if he can dunk.
Yeah, I was wondering that too.
But that's why he missed it, because for that split second he was thinking, should I or can I?
Oh, I'm sure he knows its limitations.
Zankel drives to Rubintone, and Rubintone called for steps.
That's great. That was a great play. Great defense by the Cardinals, holding the little white jersey team meeting around him.
It's been a game of spurts for both teams.
And Plattsburgh keeps getting back into it.
Yeah, they're on a 5-0 run since the timeout.
They keep calling a timeout, getting all jazzed up, and then coming back out.
Dietz to Miller. Back to Dietz. He's open for 3. He got a couple tonight. That one's too strong, but Miller offensive rebound. I think it was blocked by Maldonado. Gorham, stripped by Mack. That's why you don't bring the ball down to the little guards. Bellucci. Nope. Gibbs Smith. And Dietz could be hurt as he went down. Oh, he's okay.
He was trying to take a charge. He's been trying to take charges the past couple plays.
You have to be worried that Gibbs Smith getting that rebound in traffic with Dietz on the ground. You got to be worried about him stepping around his ankle.
Oh, definitely.
And hopefully for Plattsburgh, his ankle's not too serious, because some ankle injuries are nagging. If they're really bad, they last for a long time. Past winter, sprained my ankle about 5 months before they was back down to normal size. Gorham, he's fouled, so we'll go to the line and shoot 2. Nice pass by Miller or Williams to get it to Gorham down low.
It'll probably be real big tomorrow, Zankel.
Yeah. Gorham hits on the first.
Need to ice it.
Dietz, with the Gibbs Smith injury, I think it's Dietz who's really stepped up, and he'll take a seat.
Definitely. He's had a lot of good timely shooting, some good boards.
Dietz and DeMont, 2 bench players who playing with a lot of passion and heart. DeMont, 2 steals. It would have been great if he would have been able to make that layup.
Well, I'm sure he'll be kicking himself a lot for that.
3:47 left to play. Mack will bring things up, crosses midcourt. Over to Cheeves. On his ankle. And now Empire, who's back in. Bellucci behind the back dribble, and Gorham steals it. Jump ball. Possession now is in Plattsburgh, so it'll be Plattsburgh ball. Gorham just pretty much ripped it out of Bellucci's hands when he went for the shot.
Yeah, very good defense by the Cardinals. They've definitely stepped it up.
A little bit of a press, beaten by Williams. Miller, couple fakes. And Gorham puts it in. Bang bodies, but no call at all. Empire went down. Could have been a charge or a blocking foul.
It's good to see the refs are calling on both sides, though, because Deeds has been trying to take charges on the other side for a couple.
As a coach, you want them to draw the fouls. Empire, oh, it's too easy against Hatch. I think we're developing a stat of the night. There's Williams. Down low to Hatch. Good find. 2:40 left to play.
These next 240 will be huge. They got to get it, hopefully take a lead at the end of the half here. Going into halftime, that'd be huge for them.
Well, at least you want to stay down by 3 or 4. You don't want to let Brockport go on a run.
But they're close enough here that if they play strong defense, they should be able to possibly get up.
Bellucci will drive. Again, knocked away by Gorham. Bellucci looking for the call, gets none of it.
Certainly not calling a tight game tonight.
Gorham to Gibbs.
Oh, if I was Gibbs Smith, I would have shot that. He clearly has a size advantage.
Oh, and a bad pass by Williams picked up, and here's Mack on a break. Gibbs Smith to go get him. Just trying to scare him, and Mack was able to score.
I think a healthy Gibbs Smith would have blocked that one right off the backboard.
He was running near full speed. Williams double team kicked out to Gibbs Smith. Now Miller down low to Gorham. He finishes.
I like the tandem down low of Hatch and Gorham. They're definitely getting it done,
Dietz,
rebounding wise.
Set the check back in. 1:30 left to play in the half. It's Cheeves. He's thinking about it. Now gets it to Amparo. There's Gibbs Smith guarding him now. Let's see how his ankle will hold of Amparo. Now kick out to Bellucci, open for 3 in the corner. Count it. 1:08 left to play. One thing is Miller. Nice move to get open. What do you guys think about this? To give let Amparo go 1-on-1 against Rivers guarded him. Now here's Zankel with 48 seconds left to play. Over to Bellucci. Bellucci for 3 again in his corner. No good. And Miller. That's Williams with the board.
I'm sorry, what was your question?
I would go let a clear out for Amparo. Everyone on one side, Amparo on the other, and let him beat his man because he seems to be doing that.
Well, Gibbs Smith did a nice job that one time, person to pass. Maybe Gibbs Smith will be able to stay with him a little bit, especially in the perimeter.
And Hatch was fouled. Like to thank Quiznos for their underwriting grant and continuing support of Plattsburgh State basketball.
So, with this little stoppage, how about a guess?
I'm thinking.
Stat guess.
What I'm thinking. We'll have 28 seconds to think. This first half has been the Kenny Amparo show. I think we got to guess his point total.
I'll say 14. Take 14.
We'll take some time. He still could score.
I know.
So we'll wait till halftime.
Okay. All right. If he scores one more, I'll go 16.
That's a stretch. Catch hits on both.
I'm shooting for second place. You always win these, so
I say
trying to beat Mike.
What did you guess?
14.
13, I said.
You're going to say 13. Okay.
Ricky Ryder checks in, seeing his first action with 25 seconds. Plattsburgh down by 2. Ian Mack and Brockport will hold for the last shot. Shot clock has been turned off. 10 seconds now. 7 seconds. Max makes his move over to Bellucci. Bellucci drives, teardrop, good. 3 seconds, and that's how this half will end with Brockport up 45-41. The story of the half has to be Chris Gibbs-Smith's Gibbs-Smith injury. He's clearly bothered by the ankle or leg injury, and we'll have to see how he plays next half.
Got a guess for us?
Smith, now Curtis, I must say you're looking very stylish tonight.
Thank you, thank you.
Just want to say, you guys sort of came out to a slow start, but towards the middle of that half, you really showed some heart out there and came back. What are some of Brockport's strengths that are a disadvantage to you guys?
Well, I don't think it's what so much Brockport's done, it's what we're not doing. The fact that you see we was down by like 10 points, and then as soon as we slowed the game down, we was more patient. We came back into the game, and we only down a couple of points, you know, and we ended the half strong, you know. And then a big thing, Chris got hurt earlier in the game, his ankle, but he'll be all right. And we just slowing the pace down and playing the game we want to play instead of playing the game Brockport's playing.
All right, so what adjustments do you think we'll see in the second half?
Well, we gotta be more physical. Like Brockport is being physical with us, we have to be more physical with them.
All right, well, thank you very much, Curtis.
Thank you, thank you.
For Cardinal.
All right, thanks, Renee. Now, quickly, our stat of night, Kenny O'Parrell's point total. Cameron, you say 14. I'm sorry, Matt says 14. You say 13. I think he has a little bit more. I'm going to go with 18. It could be a Cameron-like guess,
or I
could be right. So we'll have to see. Curtis Smith, with the interview there, is looking sharp. We mentioned that before. You said he looks like P. Diddy a little bit.
Very little GQ, Curtis Smith.
So Plattsburgh's trailing 45-41 to the Brockport Golden Eagles. We'll be back with the second half coming up next.
Oh, that thing is killing my ears.
Yeah, I got the biggest headache. Talking.
All right, welcome back to Memorial Hall as Brockport leads 45-40. I guess there was over the halftime, the scores were going over, and I guess they were off by 1, so Plattsburgh lost a point during the halftime. It's a tough halftime.
Oh, I thought we missed something.
It's tough to go in the half, come back, and you're down a point. But for our predictions for Travis, I'm sorry, that's Kenny Amparo. I said 18, 13 Cameron, 14 Wolf. Actually, it was 17. That's tough for me. I was so close. I really wanted it.
Yeah, that breaks. I think that breaks Bobby's streak. To all those you counting at home.
It is. I have 2. In order to get a point, got to get it correct, head right on. I have 2. Everyone else has nothing.
That actually continues my streak of losses.
By a lot.
Congratulations.
You were the worst. Oh.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Leading scorers for Plattsburgh was Travis Gorham. He picked up a slack with Gibbs Smith hurting. He had 14.
Oh, that was a quiet 14.
Yeah. A lot of it he cleaned up and getting the rebounds and whatnot.
Definitely. A lot of it.
Dietz will drive like can.
Speaking of layups, and well, he was definitely a spark off the bench too. Definitely filled in well for
Dietz
Gibbs
had
Smith.
5 off the bench. And here's Williams. Over to Dietz. Dietz will take that jumper and hit. Plattsburgh down by 1. So if they didn't lose that point during the halftime.
They've made it up in no time. Dietz, I swear, he's sizzling right now.
And here's Bellucci over to Amparo. And actually, Travis Gorham was guarding Amparo there. Maybe that's the switch that Tom Kroll will work with.
Yeah, we'll see how that works out the second half here.
They both look physically the same. I think Gorham's probably got a little more muscle to him.
At the same time, however, Amparo probably has a little bit more quickness.
Yeah, he is really skinny.
Cheeves three-pointer no good. Amparo had 17 points in only 13 minutes of action. Oh, what a layup by Williams. Gives Plattsburgh their first lead. 13 minutes, more points than minutes. That's impressive.
I think he would have been in there more,
Yeah.
especially the way he's been dominating.
And there he is. Misses that shot. Rubentone blocked by Gorham.
It looks like this Gorham on him will be a good matchup because he was able to get a hand up there and contest. Looks like that was probably the first contested post shot he's had all day on him.
Williams loses the ball, gets it back. DeMont was open down low, but he couldn't get it to him. Gibbs Smith minus the normal headband that he wears. The Dietz. Fall-away jumper is no good.
He has a really nice shot. Very good mechanics on the shot.
Oh, Gorham down low. He's going to get called for a foul or a trip. Really, all he was doing was laying on the ground.
Yeah.
Lounging.
Yeah, just
Hustle foul.
He just kicks back, like just wants to relax when he's at the ball game.
It'll kick back and relax. Would you like to say it?
In due time.
Be prepared. Michael Cameron has a nickname for Anthony Williams coming up.
Just came up with it.
Rubentone down low. And here is Williams over to Gibbs Smith. The main event, Gibbs Smith only had 2 points in the first half. Really plagued by that ankle injury. Curtis Smith, during our halftime interview, says his ankle's okay and he should be all right. I don't know how true that is. You could clearly see he's hurt. DeMont open the corner for 3.
Is that the point we lost? Because I thought he made a 3.
Great putback with Gorham.
I thought Gibbs Smith hit a 3-pointer.
Oh, you're right. That could be the
Is that
point.
the point we lost?
And Amparo for 2, 19 points on the night. DeMont thought about the 3. Now kick out to Dietz. He's open for 3. Count it.
Plattsburgh's come out strong in the second half, both on defense and offense.
I really like the lineup that Coach Curl has in right now. I would make this my starting lineup.
They are playing well tonight. And I think you're right. DeMont, he's taking Jared Lowe's playing time right now, and he is playing better than Lowe has played today and in the Cardinal Classic. And Dietz is playing well off the bench. They're going. I think it's because Hatch is having such a tough time with Amparo, is why Hatch has been seeing more minutes on the bench than normal. He is set to check in after this first free throw by Dan Rubentone. And he misses the first. And the garbage man, Travis Gorham, will take a seat.
Now, why do you think we're coming in with this switch this early in the second half?
I don't know.
I think he just wants to switch it up.
He only had 1 foul in the first half, so he has 2.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Whether it was a foul thing.
I'd like to give Amparo like someone else to look at, you know, like a different face to be going up against.
But he clearly is quicker, and
yeah,
he's been using and abusing Hatch all night.
Yeah, like earlier he would try to use his power against Gorham, but now if he tries to do that, it's not going to work with Hatch.
13 seconds on the shot clock. Williams down low to Hatch. Wild shot, missed it. That was an easy shot. He just was way too strong. And House Chiefs open, and he lays it up.
Oh no, that was a dunk.
Dunk. I'm sorry, it was a dunk.
That was kind of a
excuse me dunk.
No power dunk. Yeah.
What I was thinking when I missed the dunk was a healthy Gibbs Smith would be able, I think, to try and block that, but he didn't even try.
Every time I see Gibbs Smith chasing someone down the court, I think that same thing too.
Dietz loses it, but DeMont comes up with it. Now Gibbs Smith for 3, short. DeMont almost with another. Oh, he gets it. Knocked the ball away from Cheese, out of bounds. DeMont, what hustle?
He is the hustle player.
Yeah,
and that's how he's getting his playing time right now.
Yeah, 2 steals in the first half, 5 points. All tied up at 51. 15 minutes left to play. Dietz. No. Nice spin move, though.
Seeing some moves from Dietz. He's putting on a show tonight.
There's Amparo. No kick out to Bellucci. Spin move. Pass. Wild pass by Bellucci.
Interesting, they're putting Anthony Williams on him now. On Amparo.
There's Bellucci for 3. Just a little short.
It's probably a sides
He's up
mismatch.
top, DeMont breaking. He makes that layup.
He makes that one. If he missed that one, he would not. He'd be doing layup drills till the end of time.
I bet you he was thinking about that though when he went up for it.
Oh yeah, he was more concerned with getting ripped by teammates than than watching highlights.
Chiefs drives and hits.
I tell you, if the Cardinals can cut out, if they can step up with the interior defense, I think this game will change.
But they have to be worried because with Amparo
What
in
a
the post,
find by Deeks.
with Amparo in the post, it's hard to come up and come off these guys. And they're going to be open down low.
And kick ball. It's good kick ball by Deeks because Amparo had position on Hatch.
I like that matchup though. Amparo was trying to power Hatch and he couldn't do it. I really want to. I wish we could have seen how that play would have played out.
I really think Brockport needs to keep going to Amparo. He's now being guarded by DeMont. That's a huge mismatch. But Cheese will take a three. And Miller with the board. DeMont from way downtown. No, Gibbs Smith up top for the board, puts it up, no. Hatch gets that and he is hammered.
Brockport foul number 25.
At least it's good to see Gibbs Smith jumping there for the rebound in traffic.
Definitely, I think a healthy Gibbs Smith would have put that right back up, like in midair.
Slammed it home with one hand.
Yes, while doing a 360.
Windmill, 360
Yes,
windmill.
has to be a windmill or else it's just not credible, you know?
Ian Mack downloaded Amparo and he is fouled by DeMont.
Probably a good foul there.
Yeah, I'd say too. That was a very good foul because Amparo would
What
have
a
just brought that up.
Three, Jared Dumont is third. Team third.
Except that is the third on Dumont, so looks like he's coming out.
Yep.
Number 21, Travis
In
Moore.
comes Gorham.
It's a big lineup in now. The crowd appreciates the hustle.
He's definitely earned some playing time in future games.
That's the thing in basketball. If you're a player that hustles all the time, you will get the playing time.
Maldonado for three. Gibbs Smith up top. He's still favoring the ankle. As a jump for that, he made sure he landed on his good foot and not his bad leg. Hatch is trapped. And Travo did a little too much stepping.
Stepping, I like that.
13:09 left to play in the game. Bobby Welber, Mike Cameron, Matt Wolb for PSTV Sports. Oh, spin move by Rubitone, loses the ball. And one ref says out of bounds by Rubitone. The other one's going to say Plattsburgh. They'll talk it over.
I thought Plattsburgh
And
hit it.
Plattsburgh ball.
Guess I'm not sure from the angle I had, but it looked like it hit it out of his hands to me.
Yeah.
See anything different? I don't.
Who knows?
I don't know. I thought it was knocked out by Plattsburgh also.
It definitely did. I don't think there was a foul. Williams had his hands up.
Oh,
the
no.
entire
Yeah,
time.
no, but
Wasn't
that
a
ref
foul.
had the better view than all of us. So, got to go with the ref.
It's nice to see them get together on a play like that too and get it right.
Amparo for steal, and he calls time. That's the second time Amparo's done that. Call timeout before falling out of bounds.
I don't know. When teams
In the
do
second
that,
half, it matters a lot more though, because at the end of the game, you need those timeouts.
Yeah.
So it might not have been as good of idea as I thought it was in the first half, you know?
I don't know. I mean,
Plattsburgh up 55-53 with 12:40.
I don't know. Keeping the possession's important, but I think that's like the weenie way out. I don't know. Something about that. I like it when a player's diving out of bounds and he's in the mid-air. He's looking for someone and happens to make a pass. Something like that seems more intense than calling it, making the tee.
Look at a little Bergie dancing with the little kid. How cute.
Oh, Bergie.
Oh.
He's gonna come over here soon, Matt. I think I told him it was your birthday. He's gonna dance with you.
Really?
No, not really.
I was getting so excited to dance with Bergie.
I know.
Oh, Cameron over here wants to do the Macarena.
Oh, I'll challenge Bergie to a dance-off. Oh yeah, he's gonna get served. I can't believe I just said that. Oh boy.
So we're set back for action. In for the Cardinals are Gibbs Smith, Hatch, Gorham,
I don't even
Miller,
know.
and Williams.
I don't even know the Macarena. So
How do you not know the Macarena?
I know
Every
part of
person
it.
who went to high school knows the Macarena.
You're not alive if you don't know the Macarena.
You're not alive.
A 70s dance.
You're dead to us
80s
if you
dance.
don't know the Macarena.
No, it's early or late 90s, the Macarena.
All right. Well,
I'd sing it, but it's all in language I do not know.
Hatch. Oh, fouls Empire. Little partial block, but foul was called.
Yeah,
I'm Matt Wolf, and I am no longer alive because I do not know the Macarena.
Plattsburgh foul to number 41, Brian Hatch, his second.
and that was a foul, but that was clearly a foul. But I really like that because Hatch really has to.
Has he had any free throws this game?
Yeah, he does. He's been hitting actually from the line. Of course, he misses there. But let's see, in the first half, he was 2 for 2.
2 for 2.
So not a lot, but
Because that may be a good option too to foul him sometimes if he gets position.
Yeah, I like that foul because Hatch really needs to stand up in the interior because Brockport's just having their way with him.
well, but that's still points. If you can put it on the line, you can still score points. And Tom Crow will call a timeout. 2 quick timeouts here.
And really, as a player, if the person you're guarding is just scoring over and over again on you in the paint, and then he brings it up one more time, and you get a good block on him, you get fired up and more confidence.
You're watching PSTV. Regular scheduling program continues every day from 7 to 11.
A little bit of foul trouble coming in with some of the post players, but if they work it into the post, I think that this will be a successful half. Back to you, Bobby.
Plattsburgh up by 1. 12:21 left to play. And it will be Plattsburgh ball. Travis Gorham will inbound. And he inbounds to Antoine Miller. Over to Gibbs Smith, down low to Hatch. Hatch is fouled by Maldonado.
Brockport foul number 25, Dave Maldonado.
Crowd has went quiet here. 12 minutes left to play. It's a close one.
The crowd's probably sitting on the edge of their seat.
Miller will drive. No. Gorham gets the board. Loses it, not going to bounce. Last touch by Maldonado of Brockport, so it will be Plattsburgh ball.
Brockport's doing a really good job. Whenever Plattsburgh gets the ball on the baseline or anywhere, they trap him and usually fumbles out of bounds.
I feel like I just noticed Gibbs Smith is wearing 2 pairs of shorts.
I noticed that too earlier.
Jordan used to do that. He used to always wear his North Carolina shorts.
He did.
But they were a lot smaller than it. Normally, if you're going to wear 2 pairs of shorts, you can't see it.
Yeah, you don't want. You,
Gibbs Smith's
you
shorts
can't
are-
see it because usually in the NBA you get fined.
I could think like he could get in trouble for that or something because it's lower than his uniform and it's like against uniform protocol there. Because you can clearly see a little bit of the blue come out of his shorts.
I don't know the
clearly is
rules there.
confused too.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what's going on.
Here's Gorham, top of the key, with 15 on the shot clock. Stripped by Maldonado, but he recovers. 10 seconds to shoot now. Gorham wants to take Maldonado one-on-one. He'll drive. Doesn't connect. He had the shot, he just couldn't finish. Mack over to Cheese. 4-3. It's good.
3-pointer by Jerry Cheese.
And Brockport's back up on top. DeMott is going to check in. Next step ball for the Cards. Well over to Williams. I would say Gibbs Smith is hurting because he's really not been any part of the offense here. He's just like a decoy. Dietz, bad pass, and then scramble for the ball. I think it'll be a jump ball. See what the call is. There's a tie-up. And it was a jump also, will be Plattsburgh ball that they hold the possession area.
It's like Gibbs Smith is taking
Smith
a break.
takes a seat, and tonight he's really not the main event. He's more of a, I don't even think you can call him an opening act. He's like a cover band.
He's a cover band?
Like a local band, right? Tonight. Instead of the main event or the opening act, he's like pouring wrestling a jobber guy that loses all the time. And there's a steal on Paul on the break, and he is hammered by Dietz. That's That's gonna be. I think they call it a flagrant foul.
Oh, I
could
don't know about that.
Anytime someone goes up like that and you get him near his head and he comes crashing to the ground, there's a good chance of getting that foul.
It looked like he just grabbed him and just tried to, like, he was in the air. He clearly just tried to grab him and pull him out of the air, I think. But
it's a little dangerous, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
it's probably a safe call to keep control of the game.
Yeah. I don't know if I would have called that a flagrant, but
I mean, if he had gotten a little bit of the ball, it would have been a little different.
Yeah.
But since he got mostly person.
Yeah, clearly he was just trying to stop
foul.
the fast break, and he was just trying to foul him, keep him from making the basket.
I really wanted to see him probably slam it home. You think looks like he can get hit. He gets 1 of 2. He now has 21 points in the contest. So with the flagrant, he shot 2, and now it will be Brockport ball.
That really didn't hurt him that much because it only gave up 1 point there.
Well, they still have possession though. So
trying to be positive.
So it depends on the outcome of the possession.
Yes.
May have saved a point. That point we lost at the end of the first half.
Yeah. That could come into play later.
Hopefully it doesn't.
Earlier today, the women's team was defeated by Brockport in somewhat of a little bit of a blowout.
It didn't start off that way.
Chiefs hits another 3. No, it was a close game, and then Brockport just pulled away in the second half without their coach.
It was very slowly, too.
So now it costs us points. It would have been dunk.
That's 4 points it cost. Or 2 points.
2 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's Jared Lowe seeing his first action in the second half. Really hasn't seen much playing time. He'll take that 3-pointer, though. Nope. Loose ball. Oh, Plattsburgh almost had it. Here's Amparo comes up with it over to Mack. Chiefs again for 3. Oh, I was just going to say this man's on fire.
He was feeling it, too. He really wanted that.
That one just rimmed out. DeMott is fouled by Chiefs. It's only the 3rd team foul for Brockport. 10 minutes left to play in the game.
That's one of the few fouls on the perimeter they've called like that, too. It's been a relatively clean game, I'd say.
Miller has an open 3, top of the key. Back iron, and Maldonado with the board.
That's tough because the only person they have really rebounding in there is Gorham.
Cheese will drive. Pass was wild, and Miller comes up with it. It was Miller on the break. It's a 2-on-2. It was take it all the way, lay it up. Chiefs down low to Amparo. Kick out to Maldonado for 3. Good.
That's really great. A big man who can shoot that. It's dangerous.
Oh, I agree with Coach Tom Kroll. There should have been a foul there. As DeMott went to cut, he was held by Dave Woodburton of Brockport, and there was no call, and that's why he couldn't get there when the pass was there. That's Tom Kroll still trying to talk to the ref about that. That was a blatant hold. That's why he couldn't get there. It's a horrible call. Horrible no call. Just over 9 minutes left to play. Maldonado for 3 again. That one's short, but gets his own rebound. Now he loses it, recovers. Mack down low to Maldonado, he finishes. So after hitting the 3, he posted up and got an easy 2 with his height.
Brockport's got some very skilled big men.
They seem like they're playing quicker than Plattsburgh right now.
Yeah, even the big men.
And Tom Kroll calls a timeout. Brockport up 66-57. They have all the momentum right now. Other games in action tonight. In men's SUNYAC, we have Buffalo State at Oneonta. Fredonia travels to Cortland. And Geneseo at Oswego. So a lot of games in SUNYAC. And now we're going to send it down to Renee, I believe.
Since the last time out, Cards have only scored 2 points. Leading for the Cards right now, Travis Gorham has 16 points with only 8.5 minutes left. Let's see if they can catch up. Back to you guys.
Well, Renee, we're sorry about that, folks. Renee's mic, we're having technical difficulties with that again. Try to figure that one out. But Plattsburgh's trailing 66-57 with 8:30 left to play. What would you guys like to see Plattsburgh do to get back in this ball game?
I'd like to see a lot, see them try to work the fast break. I don't know, use their speed to their advantage. Work some open threes.
Yeah, a quicker pace is definitely going to be needed because the way Brockport's playing like now, it seems like there's 6 men on the court at times. It seems like they're everywhere.
It's true. Now Power will take a seat for Brockport. In for Brockport is Bellucci, Mack, Maldonado, Zenkel, and Rubertone. For the Cards, Gorham, Miller, Lowe, Williams, and Dietz.
I like that lineup. Here we go.
And Dietz will inbound for the Cards.
I don't see Gibbs Smith on the bench. Is he back in the locker?
I guess maybe he is back in the locker, icing his ankle or something.
Think they'll bring him back in?
We'll see. He really hasn't done much. You really don't want to hurt him. Williams for 3. That's money.
There's Williams. I think I'm going to unleash the nickname I have for Anthony Williams.
Lowe for steal, and then he got the timeout.
All right.
So now let's hear.
All right, with this timeout, Anthony Williams for now and forever will be known as the Vision.
The Vision.
The Vision.
For his on-the-court vision, offensively and defensively. And that pretty much says it all.
I like it, I like it.
Sees everything, sees when to run the offense and when to take over the offense.
How long did you spend working on that one?
That actually just came to me.
Okay.
I had the right idea.
Don't lie to the viewers. You know, you're up all night.
All night.
All during the halftime, you sat in the back thinking.
Pacing.
With the chalkboard, like going through names. Like, oh, no, that's not good.
And then I had a focus group. And we're all trying to think of, you know, we're taking votes, you know. It was actually an internet tally, too.
What were some other choices?
We had a telethon. I was thinking the general too, some way because Williams really does command the point out there. He really is a Jason Kidd type player.
Now I know someone else you nicknamed last year or 2 years ago, Cam Arterberry. You nicknamed him Showtime.
He was Showtime.
Interesting story. Him and Curtis Smith were both heavily recruited by Brockport and almost went there. I remember last year during the playoff game I talked with the Brockport radio team, and their coach was still a little bit upset about that because he thought he had 2 fine players, 2 top players in the SUNYAC conference coming to Brockport, and then the last second they spun him and came to Plattsburgh.
I do remember that. I remember that story when Curtis was playing against the team that thought that they were going to get him.
Yeah. So Plattsburgh down 66-60, 8 minutes left to play in the game. Miller. Over to Williams here. Williams will drive. Kick out to nobody. It's a race, and Bellucci wins it. And he'll lay it up home.
That's Bellucci.
We haven't seen much from Bellucci tonight. He's their leading scorer. It has been the Kenny Aparo show.
Yeah, really, that's what I love about basketball. Is someone could lead one day,
Oh,
But
reverse layup.
you never know.
good.
If you got a matchup that is in your favor, you go to it, and then you have another leading scorer for that night. Like tonight, Gibbs Smith. Gibbs Smith had an unfortunate injury, so now Gorham is leading
Gorham
the way.
stepping up on the offensive end.
Amparo came into the game averaging about 11 points a game, so it's not like he's been coming out of nowhere.
No, but he does have a lot more. Like Bellucci averages 23, almost 24 points per game, and in the first half he had 9. Actually, not too bad. A quiet 9.
How many shots did he take in the first half?
9 shots.
9
4 of 9
shots.
shooting. Amparo was 7 of 8.
That's pretty good shooting. But most of those were in the paint.
Yeah. Only that one jumper.
I wish we had. Wish we could tell how many in the paint points, because Brockport probably racked up a lot of those.
7:30 left to play. Miller with the steal. Can he come up with it? No. He would grab the ball, but he was out of bounds, so it will be Brockport ball.
Yeah, it looked like the ball was on the line, and that's why he wasn't able to come up with it.
Josh Zenkill will inbound. Zenkill over to Bellucci. Bellucci will drive, spin. Wild shot, no good, but gets his own rebound and then is fouled.
I don't know if that was. He was still fumbling the ball. That shot really didn't look like a shot.
He'll go to the line nonetheless. It's Dietz' 4th foul.
He's been really quiet since he came off the bench.
Gibbs Smith's back on the bench now. Brian Hatch will come in for Dietz, I assume, after this free throw. Misses the first, and he does come in for Dietz.
Into the game for Plattsburgh, number 41, Brian Hatch.
Gibbs Smith seems to have his leg elevated a little bit. Left ankle. Maybe he got some ice on it, can't see from this angle.
Yeah. You got to get the feeling from that he might be done for the day.
Hatch is fouled by Rubertone. I mean, he really has, because he's been so hampered by the injury, really hasn't done much, so there's no need to put him in unless just a decoy because he's a big body.
Yeah, he really is a big body. He takes a lot of space, so, and you really need that against this Brockport team.
Demont in the corner for 3. Nope. But Gorham cleans up and puts it in.
He's been making his living in this game.
And I got to wonder about Gibbs Smith tomorrow night.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he is able to make it back tomorrow.
Yeah, against Geneseo.
I mean, these are big games. If we lose tonight, it'll be 0-2 in the SUNYAC to start the season.
And that's when it counts, the SUNYAC competition. Rubertone.
Oh, that was a clear charge.
Jared Lowe drawing the charge.
Yeah, that was a good call. It looked like he had his arm extended to knock him over.
6:30 left to play. We'd like to thank Quiznos subs once again for their underwriting grant and continuing support of Plattsburgh basketball. There's Lowe for 3. Too strong, but came right to Miller, and Miller is fouled by Chiefs. I didn't see a foul there. I don't know if you two did.
It looked like all ball,
But it's a break for Plattsburgh, so Antoine Miller, mini franchise, will shoot 2.
looks like everyone's out here for the Cardinals against Brockport. Crowd's pretty decent crowd here.
They're not making enough noise, though.
It's true, they're not really into it. Needs it.
I don't see why. It's such a close game. I think if Plattsburgh ties it, I think you'll hear this crowd come alive.
Miller had 6 points in the first half, now 7 with that free throw. Misses, but gets the rebound after a tip by Gorham. DeMont thought about the 3, now Low. Drive to Hatch. Oh, Hatch couldn't handle a pass, but luckily recovers. DeMont again thinks about the 3. Feeds it to Gorham. To Miller. Back to Gorham on the block.
And Lowe is wide open on the wing.
Oh, DeMont fake out. Now pass to Lowe for 3. That's good. Yeah, there is the crowd.
This crowd needs no applause sign.
4-point possession for the Cards there. 2 offensive rebounds by Antoine Miller. And here's the crowd screaming defense. Rubertone over to Zenkel. Zenkel to Cheeves. And knocked out by DeMont. Another steal by DeMont. He's a thief.
That'll be his nickname for the rest of the year, the Thief.
We won't be using by our next game. We won't be using any names, just nicknames.
If you hadn't listened to today's game, you have no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Garbage man lose it. Now over to Hatch, who almost fumbled the delivery, and his pass is picked off by Cheeves. Cheeves fouled by DeMont.
That what? Yeah, I don't know about that. That was offensive. You could clearly see the forearm come up and push DeMont back.
He says he's all right though.
If it was a defensive foul, I don't think DeMont would have been rolling backwards that far.
Yeah.
But
he was trying to sell the offensive foul.
Well, you gotta do that, you know.
So Plattsburgh is in the bonus. It'll be 1-1 for Cheeves. Misses. Loose ball rebound. Out of bounds. Who touched it last? I guess Plattsburgh did. Tom Curl giving encouragement to Gorham, who ran for that rebound.
For a second, I thought somebody on the bench touched it.
Yeah, it looked like a hand came off the bench and knocked it back in.
Bellucci over to Cheeves. Less than 5 minutes, Cheeves will drive and lays it up. That was pretty easy.
Hey, you'd think he was left-handed the way they shadowed him. He was able to get an easy path to the basket there.
Almost a Plattsburgh turnover. DeMont being handled by Josh Zenkel. 18 seconds on the shot clock, and there's a loose ball foul. It's going to be on Dave Rubertone battling with Brian Hatch. So Brockport now in the bonus, so Hatch will go to line and shoot 1-1. And Hatch, for a big man, is a decent free throw shooter. He
Now remember what happened the last time we talked about his free throw shooting.
55%
on the air.
55?
Missed that one. He was better last year, I know.
Oh,
yeah,
5 and 9.
I think he did shoot 70. I think he was about 70%
last year. Yeah.
We've jinxed him before, though.
We have. We just may have done it again.
We might have just done it there. Yeah.
4:15 left to play. Bellucci will drive the far side. Dump off to Rubertone. Called for steps.
That's a good pass, though. That was unlucky that he was traveled. Lucky break for Plattsburgh there.
Hatch out, Dietz in.
Lots of substitutions going on in this last 5 minutes. But this gives Plattsburgh
and your boy Anthony
chance.
Williams the vision on the bench for this mini comeback. Williams will drive. Oh, nice dribbling. Shot isn't good, but Gorham's rebound. He is fouled.
Looks like the Cardinals are taking a page out of Brockport's book.
Have to like Travis Gorham's play today, stepping up with Gibbs Smith out. Still getting his boards, but scoring. Normally averages 8 points a game. It's 14 in the first half. He's got about 20 now. He's from Bridgeport, Connecticut, as he misses the first. Previously played at Post University, where he was coached by Tom Curl.
Hey, look at that. See, this Cardinal team is a very tight-knit group. They all know each other from a long time.
Gorham missed both.
Big misses right there. That could come back to free throw shooting. Will definitely play a key role down the stretch.
Zenkel over to Bellucci for 3. Oh, at the dagger.
Timely shooting from Brockport.
DeMott being guarded by Amparo. Over to Gorham. He's fouled.
Looks like Amparo wasn't happy about that foul.
I didn't really see a foul there. I thought maybe Gorham could have been called for steps. A little spin move he did.
Oh, Amparo looked like he got him right on the wrist.
I guess I missed that.
Maybe before that. Maybe before the steps.
And Maldonado.
It's a big substitution. He caused a lot of problems earlier in this half.
Amparo, take a seat. Quiet, not as big as the second half as he had. They haven't really actually went to him on the offensive end, though.
No, I don't know why they.
It's not like he's missing; they're just not going to him. Gorham misses his third free throw in a row.
Look, and the thief.
The thief. Now he's calling for a three from way downtown. Oh, in and out. He was feeling that one. Bellucci, cross court to Maldonado. 3:10 left to play.
Brockport probably wants to use all the shot clock in these next few possessions.
Down low to Maldonado. And I believe steps.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Definitely.
.256. Plattsburgh trailing 74-67. Bobby Wilbur, Mike Cameron, Matt Wolf here for PSTV Sports and Cardinal Basketball. Dietz for two. That's good. Like a rifle shot there.
Yeah, that definitely was. That was straight as an arrow.
I'm surprised this late in the game they're not trying the press.
They still have plenty of time to make up 5 points. I mean, I really.
Oh, got the tough foul.
Oh.
Bellucci will go to line and shoot two.
Definitely hurts the Cardinals when they're down only by 5, 2:30 left.
And
they're trying to make a comeback, and then a foul.
Bellucci's an 80% free throw shooter.
So these might be a given.
Amparo back, Maldonado out. Be sure to join us once again tomorrow. We'll be here for both the women's and the men's game as Plattsburgh battles Geneseo. What times will those games be airing on PSTV? I know it's a 3 o'clock start. Does that mean like 4 o'clock on PSTV?
I believe the women's will be at 7. It'll be the same
regular
same lineup as tonight.
It will be a triple header of sports again tomorrow, as will be a women's basketball, Cardinal hockey, and then back to men's basketball. Williams loses the ball. Amparo comes up with it, up to Bellucci, and Bellucci lays it up for two.
That might be the dagger right there.
Could be. With less than 2 minutes left to play, Brockport's up by 9, and Tom Pearl will call the timeout. I'd like to take this opportunity, I said this earlier in the women's game, for your Plattsburgh people out there, support Plattsburgh's and Dave Annable. He's on the show Reunion. Reunion has just been canceled, but you can help if you go on petitiononline.com and you can sign the petition, and there's a chance Fox will see that and help out Plattsburgh own our boy Dave Annable.
I mean, I really wish they would at least just finish the season out.
It seems like it's a show that can only be done for 1 year. It's a murder mystery that they're trying to find out what the killer is, and they go back each year. Each episode's a year. It's 20 years till you find out when it happens. So I don't know how they can do another season.
I thought they were gonna finish. Weren't they gonna finish the season out?
No, it's been canceled. The third season.
It's done right now.
Right now, it was supposed to have a 22 episode season, and they've reduced it to 13.
Right, but they're still gonna solve the. They're doing enough episodes to solve the mystery, right?
They'll skip
So
years,
wrap
skip
it up.
episodes of some sort. I don't know what they're planning on doing. Hopefully that they'll wrap it up rather than just cancel it after the 13th episode.
Yeah, they should at least finish it, because I didn't see any episodes, but the idea of the show really interested me, because there's no shows on TV that are like that. They sort of took like a Survivor type sitcom, like mystery thing to it, and I know I don't like Survivor, so.
Dave Annable is a PSTV alumni also.
Yep, definitely.
So show him your support, Plattsburgh. Back to the game. 1:55 left to play, 78-69. Your lineup for the Golden Eagles is Amparo, Cheeves, Rubertone, Zenkel, and Bellucci. For the Cards, Miller, Williams, Gorham, Hatch, and Dietz. Plattsburgh's got a lot of ground to cover in these final 1:55.
I'd be looking for some three-pointers from Williams or Dietz.
Miller almost gets it stripped by Zenko. And now he gets it to Hatch, who can't control it, but Miller recovers. 9 seconds shot clock. Miller will take a two-pointer and hits. Running shot, but he connected on the shot.
Again, I'm a little disappointed they're not trying to press now. There's not very much time left, and they got to try to create some turnovers here.
I think you're right.
No, I believe they are trying to press. Coach Curl was just really, really stressing that, not happy.
DeMont and Lowe check in next dead ball. 1:10 left to play. Bellucci over to Amparo. They're going to waste the shot clock, waste as much time as possible, and then Zenkel is fouled.
Plattsburgh foul number 21, Travis Gorham, his third, team's ninth.
And Zenkel is a 50% free throw shooter on the season.
Into the game for Plattsburgh, number 3, Jared Dumont.
Quickly, Williams takes it. He's not really happy about that. He gave a little, why am I coming out face?
I believe Coach Curl really wants to press, and really Dumont's been playing really good defensively.
Zenkel's a freshman. He's a starting point guard from Webster. Misses the first on the one-on-one situation. Miller quickly will push over to Lowe. DeMont open for three, will take it in Amparo's face. No, but gets his own rebound. Now here's Dietz for three. That's good. That's a big shot. That gets in the crowd. And quickly, Curl calls the timeout. Plattsburgh has cut the lead to 4.
I like that second shot a lot better than the first attempt. First attempt was a long three. The second
DeMont was
one
open for a second, but then Amparo got there quickly. Long barriers, he can test that shot.
Yeah, I really like that play, how DeMont, he happened to get it back. He went around the back and threw it to Dietz.
Now, just a question for you guys. Do you foul here, or do you let him play out 52 seconds? Do you think it's time to foul or no?
I would press, go for an early steal. I'd take like 10 seconds to get a steal. If you can't get a steal, then I'd foul.
Yeah, if you let him run off 35 seconds, you're down to 20, down by at least 4. You gotta try to foul. You gotta try and find a guy that has a low percentage, hopefully, if possible. But I'd probably foul the first guy that gets the ball in this instance.
So, most likely, Brockport's coach Nelson Whitmore set up a play to try to get this ball in Bellucci's hands. And here is the press from Plattsburgh. And it does go to Bellucci. And
They're
no
not
foul.
gonna foul him.
Over to Zenkel. And
I think they'll foul soon.
They got to foul.
It doesn't look like, I think right now it would be stupid to foul, in a way.
Now that they've already used so much.
Yeah, 20 seconds on the shot clock, and
there it is.
There's a foul.
I don't think that was an intentional foul, though.
No?
I don't know, that was a dumb attempt by DeMont. And Jared DeMont has fouled out.
I would have liked to see him stay in, because he really had some pretty good defense.
Little bit of applause from the crowd for DeMont, who has played well. About 4 steals in the contest. So Bellucci set to shoot 2, as Plattsburgh is now in the double bonus. And he was definitely the opposite person that you want to foul, not the person you want.
Yeah,
the opposite of what you want to happen there.
Now, do you go for quick threes or do you go for the best shot?
I think best shot. I think if you can drive in and get an easy 2, you got to go for that.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And Bellucci hits both. It's 4 big free throws late.
What was his free throw percentage?
80.
Yeah, if you have an 80% free throw shooter out there, a crowd isn't going to affect him.
Miller will drive. Now gets it down to Gorham. Oh, and Gorham is fouled hard to the floor. He goes.
don't know why Brockport would foul there.
Well, he had an easy shot there, and Gorham has missed his last 3 from the line.
Foul number 20, Ben Belushi is second. Brockport's over the limit.
We need both of these. They need to make both of these. Do a quick foul.
He'll shoot both as Brockport now is also in the double bonus.
Hopefully, try to maybe put 2 guys on Belushi to try and deny him the ball.
Yeah, you have to deny Belushi because they're obviously going to work it to get the ball to him.
You know, right now the score is 80-75. Think about all the free throws that missed.
And the easy
early
shots,
in the
too.
game, and the easy shots. That would definitely be a different game
They
right
did
now.
a good job. Well, they denied Belushi.
Nice job of that. And Mack is fouled.
That's a very good job. They got to blanket Belushi and just not let him get the ball.
Mack at the line, he's shooting 1,000% so far.
Oh, but that's
How
pretty
many
good.
attempts?
But yeah, he hasn't taken many attempts.
Like 2.
He doesn't play too often, so
He may just be in there for free throw shooting then.
let's see. He's 4 for 4 on the season.
4 for 4.
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
It's the first.
Yeah, he's a good.
He's got nice form.
Yeah, he's yeah.
Well, pick your poison apparently.
Yeah. 22 seconds remain. Misses a second, so that helps Plattsburgh.
You got to run.
Williams up to DeMott. DeMott from way downtown. Oh, way off.
Wild
And
shot.
Cheese is fouled.
Well, I don't know.
I don't like the shot.
I don't like the shot either.
Let's hear your argument.
Defend it.
Support
It is a bad shot, but think about it. If that would have went in, this game would have been changed.
But
It is a huge gamble because it's such a bad shot.
We could say Williams could have taken a shot from the half court, and if that would end, it would have been a changed game. It would have been the same thing.
Well, it's sort of,
But it's
yeah,
still a bad
it was
shot.
basically from the same spot, but I don't know.
Cheese is also a 1,000% shooter. He's 3 for 3 on the season.
yeah, they must preach free throw shooting.
Yeah, I don't know what free throw clinic they're sending Brockport to.
It's always
but-
what close games come down to is free throw. The good teams can hit their free throws, so hold off. And he hits both. 15 seconds.
Say this game's about in the books.
Williams to Gorham. He'll drive, kick out to Dietz for 3. That's pretty.
It's not over yet.
And Mack is fouled again.
I don't know. Down by 4. No.
It's going to take a...
They need misses is what it's going to
This
take.
is about when you're a fan, you see they're about to lose, you flip the channel, and then you hear later that they won by 1 in overtime. And then you get mad at yourself.
Doesn't happen often with the Lakers, does it?
Hey, they won in overtime last night.
And Mamba,
I don't
Kobe's.
really know.
Mamba.
That's his own nickname.
That's his old nickname. I didn't know that.
Why anybody would...
Mamba.
The thing that gets me
So I
is
know
he's a
what
man
knows
who is convicted of rape. Not convicted, but charged with rape. He got off of it. But why would he nickname himself a long snake? That's his nickname. Mama's after a deadly snake.
I believe it was the precision
Miller for
of
3.
that snake.
Nope.
Oh, that was almost.
And the buzzer will sound,
There
and that's
we
how
go.
this one went. 85-79 the final. It's a Brockport win. Plattsburgh's lost 2 straight SUNYAC conference games. They'll head on tomorrow to battle Geneseo right here. We'll have that game on PSTV. What are some finishing thoughts?
I think it would have been different if Gibbs Smith would have stayed in the game, because he demands so much attention out there offensively. Defensively from the other team. So it would have been really interesting to see.
Well, I'd say obviously the Gibbs Smith injury was big, but the fact they were able to hang around with this team, only lose by 6 points, that shows that we have a really strong team. If Gibbs Smith was in there, you have his 20 point a game, probably have a good chance to win. But also, again, the missed free throws, that killed, and the missed layups and the close shots, they destroy us in the post, especially the first half.
Definitely the missed free throws, and definitely missing Gibbs Smith. That's the biggest thing. You have to wonder if he'll be able to play tomorrow, at what capacity, will he be full strength, how bad is that ankle injury. And now we're going to send it down to Renee, who was with the start of the game, Kenny Aparo.
For Brockport. Now, Kenny, what do you think your advantages were against Plattsburgh in this tight game?
I mean, we rebounded real well, played good defense. Those were our keys before the game. coach really focused on those points, and we rebounded well and played real good defense as a team. So I think just the team effort, we played real good.
All right. Well, thank you very much, and congratulations on your victory.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Well, that's it for tonight's game. These two teams will match up later in the season, February 4th at Brockport. For Cardinal Basketball, I'm Renee Bonneau, and have a great evening.
Thanks, Renee. The executive producer of Cardinal Basketball is Erin Clark. The assistant, Shannon Lake. The executive producer of PSTV is Chris Familette. For Renee, Matt Wolf, Mike Cameron, and our entire PSTV staff, I'm saying Bobby Welber. So long, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Nice job stretching there.